Pecha Kucha 45 Noir Comic and Illustration Database. So this week is looking at something very new, something very old. The Noir comic is me working with my Holy Crapola compatriots to do a film noir style murder mystery thing, and the illustration database is like my personal collection of cool stuff. So I'm kind of starting the ball rolling with this because I did my dissertation on film noir. I know a little something about it. It sounds arrogant, but I do mean I know a little something about it. So I'm just trying to figure out where we want to start from, where it is, and how we go forward in a way that keeps things open, because we're writing it not knowing who killed who. So the victim is called Rose Michaels, and there's two detectives investigating, and it's going to be based in an apartment block where the neighbors are witnesses and potential suspects, and we kind of just figure out how we do it as we do it. So that the main detective Donahue, who I think should never be referred to by his first name, something of like a grizzled good man gone wrong. I want to put him as a war vet. And a drunk, so it's like he's got a strong moral code, but like every noir protagonist, he's damaged goods. His partner is Kit Carson, of German descent. If that's common knowledge or not, following World War II, I don't know. I need to do more research into how these things would go down. But he's kind of he's kind of chill, young, smooth talker, ladies' man, careerist. The victim, Rosemary Michaels, is like a childhood sweetheart of Donahue. Looked up. She had like I don't know, some kind of shop looking after stray animals, and she's just found dead, like by the side of the building by the fire escape. So the kind of the thinking through this is there's like a Sin City thing going on with the visuals. It's black and white. It's really cool. It's really grim. And that's where we're trying to start and see where we actually go up. Miller's work's actually quite good. So while I'm trying to storyboard this, I'm actually doing the script. It's unusual for me to be going back and forth like this, because like I write things and then I decide, I want to draw that differently, and then I draw something and think, the words don't fit. So yeah, it's very awkward right now because the composition is going to be strange. And Sin City, the way that Miller uses black and white isn't always the way you'd think it would work. It's about maximum graphic impact, not about realism. So like the blood on the left image is like white, and that's so you can see it, but that's not the color it would actually be, things like that. So the database is effectively supposed to be where I keep all my reference materials, and it's supposed to be not just where I keep my images, but techniques that I think are worth using, and so I remember them when I don't use them often. Artists I like, the people they like, and it's like, it's just this ever-expanding network of cool things. So, examples of the stuff that's in there is like muscles for superhero reference, firearms, shoes, because I suck at drawing feet like I suck at drawing hands. Just call me Rob Liefeld. Mood lighting. Some of these things are very obvious. Some of them are more complicated, and you just do need reference for things like mood lighting. Big names in the database. People like Will Eisner. People who've had a massive impact on cartooning, on comics in the last 100 years. What they did, straight off of Wikipedia to also be kind of compiled alongside work that I like the narrative and the visuals of. Osamu Tezuka, the godfather of manga, someone who's had such a remarkable impact on manga and anime, which comes from Disney, Walt Disney as well. These are the kind of names you should know about, so you can have a serious conversation about these things. Brian Bolland, one of my favorite artists. 2000 AD artist, does stuff for DC, just so detailed. I mean, again, he's one of these guys, just white page, black ink, and magic is made. I very much want to emulate that kind of stuff. Yoji Shinkawa, the concept artist, mechanical design guy for the Metal Gear Solid series mostly. He's the reason I wanted to start using Pentel brush pens. So it's finding people that I like, and finding finding out how to take what they do and add that to what I do. I want to talk about both Kazuo Koike, the writer of Lone Wolf and Cub, and Goseki Kojima, the illustrator, because it's the power of the narrative as a whole. I love the art and I love the story. These are manga for men, not boys, because that is a different subtype. Also in the database is supposed to be references to techniques that are time saving and useful. So I find something on YouTube, I was dumping links in like a document thing, and then forgetting all about them for a couple of years. So I might make reference to what the technique is and then a link. Yeah, I bring up the database because because my blog for the student, I want to keep my student blog going, but I'm not a student anymore. So maybe what I do is I turn my blog into updates on the database so I can make other people aware of these people that I think are cool. Not that they wouldn't already know, but just as an excuse to do writing. So the Smiley Show as well, I've just grabbed an old one that I did in a notepad, and it's like, I need to take my Smiley Shows, put them on Tumblr. I want to do animatics for them, and just the Smiley Show needs to be the focus of what I do, and everything else is kind of secondary. And I keep forgetting this. And in relation to that, let's quote Walt Disney: "Whatever you do, do it well. Do it so well that when people see you do it, they will want to come back and see you do it again, and they will want to bring others and show them how well you do what you do." That's effectively my business plan. Do stuff. Send it around social media. Have people go, "Hey, that's kind of cool. Yeah, yeah. I'll tell my friends. Hey, look at this cool thing." Obviously, because that's such a wishy-washy quote, I thought I'd contrast that with the Family Guy joke of Walt Disney telling Minnie Mouse to strip. And I think that keeps things where they need to be. But quoting Walt Disney, who is always talked about. Well, no, sorry, Osamu Tezuka is always referencing Disney. So there's these connections between people that are important to be aware of, and this is just one of those examples. So that brings us to the end of Pecha Kucha 45. I will see you next time.